Hello everyone, welcome to day 23 of 30 days LeetCode challenge. Today we are going to solve permutation problem. Involves generating all possible permutation of given list of distinct integers. So permutation means rearranging of its own element. For that we have nums array and we have to return all the possible answers. Here you can see in the first example array 1, 2, 3 and the output contain all possible combinations of array which we can get from these three digits. So to solve this problem, we are going to use backtracking. The backtracking algorithm explores all potential permutations by generating them recursively. Backtracking when permutation is complete or invalid or undoing the last decision to explore all new paths. So let's start coding. So first we will create a result variable to store all possible combination, and the last step will be returning that result variable. In between that, we will call our backtrack method. First we will call our method and then we will define it. So let's write get permutation, and inside that we will pass result new array list which will store the current combinations, then the number, and last parameter will be new boolean array which will help us to know if the value is used or not. So now let's define our get permutation method. So just write private void get permutation and pass result current num and used array. Inside the function, we will check if the current size is equal to the nums.length. It means it's a valid permutation. So we will add this current in the result array. And then we will return. After that, we will have a for loop which will iterate from I is equal to 0 till nums.length. Inside the for loop, we will check if we have used I. So for that, we will write condition if used I, and if we used it, so we will continue. So we will skip to avoid the duplicate. So this means we are skipping the element which we have already used. Now next, if we haven't used that element, then we will make that flag to true. So we will make use of I is equal to true, and we will add that number into the current. After that, to explore other combinations, we will call get permutation method, and we will pass result, current, nums and used. And now for backtrack, we will remove the element from the current and mark it as unused, which means used of I is equal to false, and explore other options. And that's it for this code. Now let's check if everything looks fine. I think it looks fine, so let's try to run the code. And it's working. Backtracking technique involves building permutations by adding one element at a time and then removing it to try another option when exploring different possibilities. The used array helps us to know which variables are already used and avoid duplicate. And the recursion function allows exploring all possible permutations by handling one element at a time. The time complexity of this code is big O of n into n factorial, where n is number of elements in the input array. That's it for today's explanation. I hope you found it helpful. Stay tuned for more problem solving insights tomorrow. Happy coding!